sometimes it even happens when she's really rapturously, erotically orgasmic. And even that's too much. It's just too much something. Too much something. And when the masculine doesn't know how to be with that and can't just hold space, sort of like a captain on a ship, and the waves are everywhere, the captain doesn't just say peace out and go downstairs. You got to like sit there in the ocean and keep present as the storm passes, and then you get to the other side. Hey, Allana Pratt here, intimacy expert, with my horse friends, who every time I come outside to do videos, they want to say hello. They're now my co-hosts. So when I first moved here, I was a little bit not my best self, a little wounded, and they were a little bit like, who's this lady? But over the last, oh my God, it's been quite a few months now, they are just like they really are horse whisperers. It's a real thing. They're so good to me. Yes, you are. And like there's lots of them. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and that's Ace. He's the young one. He gets a little feisty. It's a little feisty. So your question is really important, and I'm really glad you asked it. So again, welcome, Allana Pratt here, intimacy expert, host of the podcast Intimate Conversations. Would love you to check that out. Lots of great conversations there about things like this, which is why did she pull away, close down, shut off? What did I do? Why is she not that radiant, open, surrendered, juicy woman she was when we first started dating or when we first got married? It could be over definitely a length of time. In general, total generality here, but in general, women want to feel safe to open. That's really what it comes down to. When the masculine energy can be like the banks of the river, her feminine energy can be like the river, and she knows you've got her back, and she relaxes, and she opens, and she surrenders, and she's a goofball, or she's super sexy, or she's authentic, and she's there. And she leans into you energetically, verbally, how you get along in your relationship. She'll trust you. She'll respect you. She'll open to you. She'll tell the truth. So something must have happened, and I'm assuming it's probably within the relationship, but perhaps not. It could even be outside the relationship. But if you've noticed a change, and to you, she doesn't open up and say, oh my God, this happened in my life, I would say probably something in the relationship has happened where you somehow, knowingly or unknowingly, let her know it wasn't safe for her to be herself anymore. 9 times out of 10, I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But 9 times out of 10 in a relationship, in a couple that starts to work with me, or singles in relationship and only one of the singles works with me, across the board, something's happened with her emotions that in general the masculine partner has not known how to deal with, and shut down and left, which made her feel abandoned and not safe, judged her and made her wrong, which shut her down and made her feel not safe, fought with her somehow, and it escalated, which made her feel scared and not safe. Normally the trigger is and feeling emotions. Now, I'm not condoning her behavior if her emotions were emasculating. And sometimes that is the case. Other times she's simply really scared and cries, or really mad and might say you as opposed to I feel angry, and so it feels accusatory. Sometimes it even happens when she's really rapturously, erotically orgasmic, and even that's too much. It's just too much something. And when the masculine doesn't know how to be with that and can't just hold space, sort of like a captain on a ship, and the waves are everywhere, the captain doesn't just say peace out and go downstairs. You got to sit there in the ocean and keep present as the storm passes, and then you get to the other side where, sorry, I've got cat hair or something in my lip gloss. So many animals around here. That's what she needs. That's normally what didn't happen that led to her shutting down or pulling away. That in the space of her being scared or sad or mad or deeply surrendered and erotic, she was too much for the other partner, and she felt judged, shamed, made wrong, criticized, left, abandoned. And she's like, oh, hell no, am I going to be me again? Hell no, am I going to express again? Hell no, am I going to open up again? Hell no, am I going to trust again? And she shuts down. The good news is this is totally normal, totally par for the course, totally part of learning to be there for one another. And one of the first stages is to, in those moments, is to really acknowledge, validate, and let it be okay. Affirm, hey, you have every right to feel this way, so that she doesn't get shut off or shut down until she calms down. And then to really see her like through these eyes, the imaginary glasses. Oh my God, it's just a little one. It's just little you. Little you in her is scared. Her little girl, her scared animal, whichever way you want to look at it. I like to say little you. Her little you is terrified. Her little you is really mad. Or her little you is just hopelessly devastated. Something. And if you can sort of be kind and tender and patient and honoring and acknowledging and validating to that part of her, you will be her hero. You will be the one that she becomes so trusting in, open to, that devotion is birthed. That's what's possible. I would love to support you if that's what's going on in your life. A wonderful way to see if you're a fit for us to support you, either me with my Allana Pratt method processes or any of my world-class coaches who have been trained to support you, would be to go to allanapratt.com/connect, which is how you can register for an intimacy breakthrough experience. We open and close enrollment throughout the year. So go there now and see if we are indeed open. And that way you'll be able to book your call and let us support you with these issues. We also have retreats where massive breakthroughs happen for both couples and singles, and for everyone. Something really wonderful about the way I coach privately and in group, and I have an online curriculum and retreats. And there's something about all the different components, when you bring them together, you exponentially get results when you grow in community, not just grow in a silo by yourself. So there's a time for Lone Ranger and there's a time for community. And we have a wonderful way of balancing both. So discover more. We're here for you. And it's going to feel so amazing on the other side when her emotions are what they are and you are that banks of the river. And she's through to the other side of that emotional wave, shall we call it. And she's like, oh my God, no one has ever made me feel as safe as you do. No one has ever been there for me like you have. There's a place inside of me that feels like it's healing, that's never healed before. Thank you. I love you. If you can be that for your partner. Devotion, deep intimacy, soul shaking connection. It's your birthright. And it's my honor to support you on that journey. All my love.